strategic plan. We did appoint ambassadors. Yes, been with us, Anne, and also John Naismith joined. Some were with us for a very long time. We looked at the youth in particular, and we added that caliber. And after adding it, you are actually the top new investors. 68 youth have invested in the Africa Scout Foundation. So we started off with $20 to start with. And then in a discussion with our ambassadors, they really thought maybe that's a bit expensive for the youth. So now you have a starting category of $10. So I hope more of you can join us. But it doesn't matter when you join us, you will join us at some point. We have a new online payment system. Very easy. Very easy. You don't need to hustle, you don't need to look for anyone, and you'll get your receipt online. We do financial support to scouting, and we have some good examples of what we have done. We supported Mozambique during the cyclone, just to enable them renew their membership to WASM so that they could be supported. During COVID, we could see the scouts, you were all so depressed. So together, we got together and we launched the Youth Fund with $30,000. And with that, the office was able to support 16 projects in many, many countries in Africa. I think earlier on today, you saw 2 of the projects that we supported. We have also decided to support the regional office. It's a difficult time, post-COVID time, inflation and everything is happening. We decided as a board to support the Africa Regional Center with $21,000, $465,000. 21,000, yeah. And of course we are growing. Our role is to grow the endowment fund. Never to actually use the endowment fund, but we do get profits on it that we can then use even now. We have tried to involve you. Has anyone not heard about the Africa Scout Foundation? Yes, if we had asked this question a few years ago, when we took over, we would have had many, many yeses. You know us. And how have we done that? We have improved communication. We are on social media, we send emails to our members, and at every meeting, including the youth forum that has just passed, we try to brief you and update you on what's happening so that you all know about us. We were present at the World Conference. We have been present at jamborees, at everything. Whatever event is there, we will have a slot. It has been virtual over the last 2 years, but before that, we would make sure we participated so that people know about this foundation and begin to invest in it. We've had members' consultation meetings to find out what it is that you want us to do. And we had a very successful Silver Jubilee celebration. We introduced the junior category in 2018, and as we introduced, we thought it was a little bit expensive for everyone. So we added copper, which is less expensive. So even for the individual category, it used to be $250 minimum. It's now $150 for you to participate. We got the first corporate member. We need to try to find support among the corporates. So limited success. We leave this to the next board to be able to bring on the corporates. And we are happy to report increased membership from Africa. Can you clap for yourselves? So for you, the youth, 68 members joined in the junior category. In these, only since we started. It wasn't there before. We have 52 new individual members, 4 NSOs. Thank you very much, NSOs, for joining us. And the total membership grew from 397 to 518 members. So well done to you. Thank you very much for joining us. It is mostly the individual members, number-wise, 407. The juniors are 68. That has just started recently, and 42 NSOs and 1 corporate. The distribution, as I said, we are proud of Africa now. It used to be very depressing when we were the ones that did not contribute to our own funds, and our partners, our friends, were contributing from other parts of the continent. So the number of members from Africa now is 208. Can you clap for yourself? That is worth $83,527 US. From Europe, that is number 2. Thank you so much, Henrik. Henrik is always fighting. He pulls the hand of any European that is around here. You know, so Europe follows with 140 members, worth $87,000. They are closely followed by APR, Asia Pacific region, with 119 members. America has 43 members. We have the Arabs, we have 3 members. Eurasia, 1 member, with a total of the 518 members and a value of $296,000 US. Our treasurer will take you through the financial, but let me just end up by saying, why would we want to join the foundation? You will have assisted the foundation to achieve its mission of supporting the growth and development of scouting in Africa. You will be registered in the appropriate membership category of the foundation. You will receive a certificate. So those of you who joined us recently, your certificates are coming in a few minutes. Please hold on. You will receive your certificate of membership and other benefits commensurate with your contribution. And then you will see your contribution actually effectively supporting scouting in the region. So I think I'll stop there on that issue and ask our treasurer, Fred, where are you, to come and present the financial report. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, Prof. Good evening, delegates. So allow me to give you the financial reports of the foundation. The financial period for the foundation is January to December, 12 months period, and the accounts of the foundation are audited by PSK Associates, and the accounts have received a clean bill of health from the auditors, a plus for those who manage the accounts. We have a statement of financial position for those who have an accounting background. This is what we commonly call a balance sheet, a statement that depicts balances at a given point in time, basically the assets and liabilities, if any, and the balances thereof of the fund. And as you can see from the projection, we do have assets, which are basically monies that are held in our accounts, our different accounts, with the sole purpose of generating more money in terms of interest. So you can see we have an item that is named due from related parties. This is basically monies that are held in the regional office account on behalf of the foundation, and that amount was $5,000 in 2019. 2020, just about 5,000, and in 2021, that amount was 643,100. And then we have the investment, and you can see the growth from 256,000 through to 273, and as at 2021, the amount standing at 318,000. And then the bank balances. This is basically the operations. The amount at 2019 stood at 101, and this is US dollars. And in 2020, 89,000. And then in 2021, it was just below 100,000. And therefore, at the end of the day, we can be able to say that our total assets for the respective periods were as listed there, 363,000, 367,000, and 418,000 in the year 2021. And then the fund balance, as reflected there, with a small amount of payables, as reflected there, of 300. This is basically attributable to the audit fee that had not been paid by the close of the financial period. And therefore, the members' funds remain as reflected in those respective periods in that statement of financial position. So with your permission, we move to the next statement, which is basically an income and expenditure account depicting the particular points of income and points of expenditure for the foundation. And when you look at the income, this is basically the interest income, what has been realized from the different investments or funds that are held in our different banks. And therefore, you can see in 2019, we were able to realize $15,000, $20,000 in 2020, and $46,000 in 2021. Then the expenditure bit, there is administrative costs. In 2019, an amount of 6,000, 2020, an amount of 740, and in 2021, that amount of slightly below 600. And then we have youth projects. In 2019, we did not support any youth project. 2020, we had a support of close to 20,000 towards youth projects. And in 2021, that support stood at 10,000. And then finance costs, being the bank charges that the bank levies on the operations of the account. It stood as reflected there, 685, 649, and 565. And therefore, at the end of the day, this is what we were able to realize as surplus or deficit for the different periods, with 2019 being 8,000, 2020 slightly a deficit of 775. This highly informed by there, sponsorship given as reflected of about 20,000, which is equivalent to the interest income that we realized, and therefore the deficit as reflected. And then in 2021, a surplus of 35,000 being realized, because you can see as reflected the interest income was quite a bit, and therefore this is the report of the foundation in terms of the income and the expenditure items as reflected, and also the assets as we've seen in the previous statement. And therefore this is our assessment of this particular report, that books have been kept in a transparent manner, and that budgets are monitored, and there is a process of controlling the processes of expenditure, and that is implemented as per the guidelines and the standards. And definitely we were also affected by the COVID-19. That's lowered the foundation in terms of income and getting new members. And definitely, as we do understand what is happening throughout the world, there are issues that affect our investment, and definitely those are being monitored to ensure that where we can be able to stabilize that. And those particular issues are issues of inflation, currency fluctuations, and such like things. So this is basically the report of the foundation for that period. Maybe an appeal to those who are here, members of the different NSOs, members of the Scouting family from all over. Kindly, we request you to join us this evening. If you are not a member of the foundation, this is the day. This is the day that you make that bold step and move with us to join the foundation to ensure the young people of Africa have a reason to smile, have a reason to be able to achieve their dreams through the foundation. For the foundation is there to support Scouting in Africa. So kindly, if you are not a member today, take that bold step, join us, become a member. Definitely more information will be provided. I take this opportunity to thank our chair, who has been very much instrumental in ensuring the milestones that we have achieved are achieved. Thank you very much with the board members and the rest of the members. Asante sana.
A bigger clap for Fred, please. Thank you, Fred. He keeps our money safe. Now, we have served our term. It is time to elect new board members. So we did put a notice out and called for nominations. They required NSOs to support them. And by constitution, we have 7 board members. But when we did send this out, circulated it widely, it was on all the websites, we only got 6 nominations that qualified. So today, we want you first of all to meet them. I want to give the 6 2 minutes each to say hello to you and tell you about themselves. So the 6 that we have are, some of them were on the board before, and you know Mama Africa very well. Jemima Nate from Ghana. She'll come in. Then we have Olusoga, the vice chair, one of the vice chairs, Olusoga Sofolan from Nigeria. Patrick D'Souza from Senegal. He's put his hand up, he's over there. A new entry from Cote d'Ivoire, Eugene Krakowski. There you are, he's at the back there. And from Botswana, we have Ezekiel Zach Malenya. And from Namibia, we have James Christopher Castellick. Yeah. Well known to a lot of us. So let's give them 2 minutes each. Can we start with Jemima, Mama Africa? I won't speak for you. I'll let you speak for yourselves. You have the floor. Fred has your microphone.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Jimenate, and I'm a member of the Ghana Scout Association, and I have been on the board of the foundation for some time, and I've decided to present myself again for re-election. But why have I decided to do this? It's simple. I think that Prof has really done well by leading us to move from a certain stage to another stage. And I believe that with the experience that I've gathered from her, I will be able, I will be able to support the rest to reach other heights. I've always said this, we need to own our own foundation. It's very important. Before you ask somebody to support you, you should have sowed a seed. And so for me, I stand here to support the fact that as Africans, we need to own our foundation. And then when we have owned our foundation, we will be able to go out there with a plate and say, please add up to what we have. And I'm very happy that the young people have accepted this. And so to the rest of Africa, let's stand together. Let's support ourselves. Let's make sure that our activities are attractive. We are able to tell our stories. And eventually, others will see us and say, they deserve to be supported. Thank you so much. And support us. I'm sorry, my voice.
Thank you, Jemima. She has been on WASM as a vice chair, and she has been a chair of the Africa Scout Committee. Yes, Olusoga Sopolohan from Nigeria. He has been one of the 2 vice chairs of the Africa Scout Foundation.
Brothers and sisters Scout, we.
Wow.
We. Wow. Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Olusoga Sofolao. I read economics and I have a PhD in economics with specialization in oil and gas economics. Over the last 5-7 years that we have been into the foundation, I must commend the entire team and people that have joined us. But having said this, you agree with me that Africa, our per capita income per day is less than $2. Sincerely, while we continue to appreciate everyone around donating to the foundation, we need to re-strategize on how to manage our finances. This time around, once I go into the board again, we want to leverage on some key foundations outside. Yesterday, we went through most of the beautiful programs that we are doing in Scouting. Food for Life program. We want to be able to partner with the African Development Bank to come and sponsor programs like Food for Life for us. Yes, we have attained a particular growth of membership and their fund up to $418,000. But sky is supposed to be our beginning. So we want to aim higher. Again, let me appreciate our ambassadors. You have done excellently well. Part of what we are bringing to the table is to see that we have more ambassadors within Africa ourselves. We have a lot of philanthropists in Africa that we want to invite in as our ambassadors. We go to organizations too for them to come and be part of the African Scout Foundation. So at the end of the day, by the time we look at the cumulative of what we are adding into the foundation, we'll be talking in terms of millions. That can be achieved. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, my Vice Chair. Patrick, can we have you? Patrick speaks in French, so be ready to translate with the translators, those of you who are English speakers. Patrick is from Senegal.
Thank you. Chers frères et sœurs, bonsoir. Je m'appelle Patrick de Souza. Je suis le deuxième vice-président de la Fondation africaine du scoutisme. Pour moi, c'est un plaisir aujourd'hui de me présenter vers vous et suite aux propos qu'a tenu la présidente, parce que d'abord, je me permets avec votre ovation de la féliciter pour son dynamisme qu'elle a mis au sein de la Fondation. Si nous sommes là aujourd'hui à ce stade financier, c'est à cause d'elle. Aujourd'hui, nous avons besoin d'aller plus loin. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, vous sentez que la Fondation, c'est notre fierté. Elle nous appartient. Et si vous voulez qu'elle nous appartienne, il faut tout faire que nous soyons avec la Fondation. Quels que soient les moyens que vous faites par rapport à cela. Parce que je pense qu'aujourd'hui, il faut augmenter d'abord, comment on appelle, sur le plan financier, il y a un impact financier qu'il faut relever. Vous avez vu qu'on a cité les autres pays qui ont donné. C'est vrai que c'est suffisant, mais ce n'est pas suffisant. Mais le premier bailleur de la Fondation, c'est nous-mêmes. Nous-mêmes, quand je dis nous-mêmes, c'est nous, vous et tous les anciens scouts et partenaires qui sont dans le continent africain. Donc, pour cela, en plus du dynamisme qu'a notre présidente, qu'elle a mis en place, il faut une bonne communication. Vous faites passer le message par rapport à cela. Vous avez vu, sans la Fondation, on veut bien, on ne peut pas beaucoup financer les programmes de nos jeunes. Aujourd'hui, nos OSN ont besoin de moyens, surtout dans le programme des jeunes. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Il ne faut pas toujours tendre la main. Il faut que la Fondation qui est là puisse donner à cela. Aider aussi le comité africain qui fait aussi beaucoup pour nous. Donc, ça veut dire que nous avons, si nous nous engageons par rapport à ça et avec votre soutien, nous avons besoin de tout ça pour vraiment aller de l'avant par rapport à cela. Je vous remercie parce que j'ai 2 minutes.
Thank you, Patrick. Our next speaker is Eugene Krakwasi from Côte d'Ivoire. You're here.
Bonjour, messieurs, mesdames, chers frères scouts. Je me nomme Kwasi Eugène, je suis de la Côte d'Ivoire. J'ai décidé de me faire candidat pour la Fondation parce que depuis un moment, je n'ai pas vraiment assez de temps pour participer vraiment au scoutisme à la base, mais avec tout ce que le scoutisme nous a apporté comme contribution dans notre formation humaine, nous avons jugé que c'était utile pour nous de continuer à apporter notre contribution. Et cette contribution, nous voulons l'apporter à travers la mobilisation des ressources. Nous savons que mobiliser des ressources pour soutenir les actions du scoutisme en Afrique reste un défi énorme. Dans le cadre de ma formation professionnelle, je suis humanitaire, je suis parlementaire, je travaille au niveau du gouvernement de Côte d'Ivoire, sur plusieurs projets. J'ai l'habitude de travailler déjà avec les bailleurs de fonds et j'ai une très bonne formation sur la mobilisation des ressources. Je souhaite apporter cette contribution au niveau de la Fondation, appuyer la Fondation. D'ores et déjà, je voudrais dire merci et félicitations à l'équipe sortante pour le travail qui a été abattu. Mais je pense que le chemin est encore long. Nous avons encore beaucoup de travail à faire pour que nous puissions travailler pour devenir autonomes dans nos ressources au niveau de l'Afrique pour le soutien de notre scoutisme. Donc, je demande aux membres qui sont ici et même à ceux qui ne sont pas encore membres de la Fondation de nous apporter leur confiance pour que nous puissions soutenir le scoutisme en Afrique. Je vous dis merci.
Thank you very much, Eugene. Can we have Ezekiel Zach Malenya from Botswana?
Thank you so much, Chair. Hello. Bravo. Bravo. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. My name is Ezekiel Malenya. As the Chair said, she got me spot on. With me, I'm from Botswana, those in the southern region. And those who don't know, I'm also the Vice Chair of the Southern Zone, which I'm serving down there. Back to the point, the interest and why I decided to apply for this, it's because of 2 points. One is that, as we all know, the foundation is just based on 2 points. One is for us to get members to subscribe. The second one is for us to get the corporate world to get into the foundation so that at least we can generate income. And the main thing is that the foundation, its main purpose is for it to get funds so that the funds can come in and support the movement. Now, I'm coming in, or my interest to come in, is just on 3 points. One is that we are going to continue from what the committee has been doing, and as you heard, they have at least added numbers, which are the members. But we are going to go further so that now we get to the NSOs, so that we get almost everybody to get involved into the foundation. So we get the little that we are going to get from the foundation, from the membership in the NSOs, so that we top up. The other one is that we like also to get into the corporate. As Madam Chair said, they have tried to get other corporates which they didn't manage to get. Our main purpose will be that as we come in, we want to approach all the corporate so that we try our level best, so that they also become in and we get the funds. So with that, I'm sure that we'll move forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I like the white uniform. You're looking very smart, Ezekiel. Last but not least, James Christopher Castellick from Namibia.
Thank you, Chair. And good afternoon, brother and sister scouts, and old friends and new friends. My name is Jim Castellick. I'm the Chief Scout for Scouts of Namibia. I'm a former Youth Program Director for the World Scout Bureau Africa region. I'm a WISM consultant in the partnerships area, and an executive consultant for the Southern Zone of the Africa region. I am seeking your support today for my candidacy as a member of the Africa Scout Foundation Board. And I do this out of a sense of duty to continue serving scouting in the Africa region through the foundation. I am currently a I'm currently a gold member of the foundation, and this is because I'm very passionate about scouting, and in particular, scouting in Africa. And although I'm not an African by birth, I am an African by choice. And my choice to settle in Africa, namely in Namibia, was made 36 years ago, 1986. And over all of those years, I have seen firsthand what scouting can do for Africa's young people, including my own children. Through scouting, they have learned the skills and acquired the attitudes to become active citizens and serve their communities selflessly, effectively, and with great energy. So I'm a great believer in African scouting. The Africa Scout Foundation is an excellent vehicle to grow and develop scouting in our region and to support those initiatives that will help create a better, more united, more peaceful, and more prosperous continent. If I make it to the board, I promise to do my best to make a difference, to strengthen the profile and the resources of the fund. And I want to make it a personal commitment to remind our National Scout organizations throughout the continent about the resolution that this conference passed in 2015 in Uganda to do fundraising for the foundation on Africa Scout Day. I thank you very much.
Yes, you've seen all 6 of them. We actually are supposed to have 7, but we do have 6 at least. Later on, the board, once it's in place, can co-opt, can think what else, what next to do to build up the numbers, can come back to you. So now I want to talk to just the members. Those of you who are not members, please, I'm not talking to you, but we love you, we want you here, and we hope you'll be members very soon. So those of you who are members, this is our decision to make. We have to, this is in the Constitution, we have to ask you, are you saying yes to the 6? We just move on with these 6. Do you have any objection to any of them? A serious objection, not just that you don't like them. Any serious objection to any of the 6? Luckily, they come from various areas of the continent. They're not from one country. So, to you now, we want to ask, can we go with these 6? Can we say yes to all 6? Okay, so I think it is now my role to congratulate the 6 new board members that you have elected. And we shall continue with them a little later. I will take this opportunity to thank the outgoing board members. Winston has helped us with his massive experience in scouting. He leaves, and maybe bye to me, I leave too. So we now continue with the program. Jakala. This was an investment forum. We have reports for you, and we have certificates to give out, and I will hand over to our fantastic MC. He's always so good. Do you need this as well? No.
Okay, thank you, Chair. So one thing that will happen is that the newly elected board of the foundation, the members, will quietly walk towards that door, follow Callisto, who will guide them somewhere that they'll settle down and give us some white smoke with the new chair. So in the meantime, where's Grace? In the meantime, we are encouraging members to join the foundation. Already there are those who have raised their hands that they want to join. So I know you may be wondering, where do you go to, or who do you contact now for you to join? My colleague Grace will be receiving. Grace will be handling that membership for now. So those who want to join, because later in this program we'll be presenting the new members with their pins and certificates. It's not too late, so you can see Grace if you want to join, and she'll give you further guidance. So at this juncture, one of the greatest supporters of the foundation is Hendrik, and Hendrik is passionate about scouting in Africa. Hendrik has really made a lot of contributions through the Africa Scout Foundation ambassadors, and we are honored today that Hendrik will be giving us the keynote address. So without any further ado, let me welcome Hendrik to address us. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for those kind introductory words. Dear African Scouts and dear friends of Africa, it feels very good to be here with you today, and it's an honor for me to speak at this investor forum of the Africa Scout Foundation. Thank you for the invitation, Professor Maggie, our chairman, and thank you for your leadership and inspiration for the foundation in these past years. Tonight, I want to speak a little bit from a personal perspective, and I want to tell you why I donate to the Africa Scout Foundation, and why I think you should donate too to the Africa Scout Foundation. In this room, many of you are already donors and members of the Africa Scout Foundation. That's impressive. A big thank you, and my personal big appreciation to everyone who has made that financial effort. And this moment is also a celebration of all of you who are members and who have helped the foundation to grow. A moment of the Africa Scout Foundation is a tradition at the Africa Scout conferences. There's always a moment for the foundation. And in fact, when I attended my first Africa Scout conference 15 years ago, there was a moment like this of the Africa Scout Foundation. And I joined. It's a good idea when you come to a new conference and you join the interesting things. And over the years, I have grown to know the foundation better, and I have continued to donate. And now I'm part of the team of ambassadors who promote Africa Scout Foundation also outside Africa. And we're grateful of the fact that there are so many friends of Africa everywhere, in Asia, in the Americas, in Europe. And our task as ambassadors, it's really quite simple. We just have to tell them that they can make a donation to the Africa Scout Foundation. And many of them have donated, and many of the international guests here are already members and have joined the Africa Scout Foundation. Thank you for having done that. And thank you to all the others who cannot be here, but they are with us. They are part of this group. So the question that all of us who already have donated, we have answered one question. Why should I donate to the Africa Scout Foundation? Why do I do it? And at the same time, it's a message for those who are not yet members. Why should I also donate to the Africa Scout Foundation? So for myself, the reason is, scouting in Africa is a fantastic source for good. I admire what scouting in Africa is doing. I believe that it needs to be supported to be able to grow further. You, leadership of scouting in Africa, you are doing an amazing work, especially in these difficult times that we have just had. And I have a feeling that I want to be somehow part of that. I cannot do the job that you are doing, but by giving money, I'm saying, I admire what you're doing, well done, keep going. I also donate because of the impact that scouting has on young people. We have seen already many impressive stories at this conference, and the young people who grow and develop, they are really the best motivation for anyone to donate to scouting in Africa. And I donate also because there are many challenges to do scouting in Africa, and you know it very well from your countries. Money can help overcome some of those difficulties. Challenges are made to be overcome. And a small way in which I can help is to make a donation. So, to summarize all that, I would say, I'm convinced that Africa needs more scouting, and scouting in Africa needs more money to be able to develop. But now I hear you say, money. Money is not the most important thing in scouting. And of course, you would be quite right to say that. The most important thing in scouting are quite different. It's the people, it's the youthful energy, it's the ideas. But at some point, all that energy and those ideas need to be turned into action. And what happens? At that moment, some money will also be necessary. And that's where our role as a foundation comes into the picture. But you could also be thinking, where should the money come from for scouting? Who could give us money? Of course, there are outside sources. We have donors, we have partners. But I can tell you, the best money is the money that is your own money. And this is why, for us in Africa, the Africa Scout Foundation is so important. You have set up your own foundation in order to build a financial basis for the long term. It's meant not to be to living financially year by year. Money comes in, money goes out. No, what you have decided to do is to build a long-lasting basis. And the money in the foundation belongs to all scouting in Africa. And when you have those funds of your own, you can more proudly go to others to ask for help. And when you yourself contribute to a project with money, you can more credibly ask others to help out as well. So, dear friends, that is another reason to donating. Giving money to scouting in Africa means more scouting in Africa. And here I want to echo what both Professor Maggie and the candidates were saying. It's of course very nice to have donors outside of Africa, and we should thank them. But this must be the Africa Scout Foundation, a foundation that belongs to the Africans. And the challenge is, how can more African leaders of scouting become donors, so that the Africans are themselves at the core of their own foundation? That is the real recipe for success. We, the friends from abroad, we are of course there to support, but that cannot replace the ownership of the Africans by themselves. Finally, when I donate to the Africa Scout Foundation, I also have a secret plan. One more reason to donate. I hope that when I donate, I can encourage others to do that too. You have seen the finances. Our foundation is still at the growing stage with $400,000. We need to grow that capital much more so that the foundation can have a bigger financial impact. It is time to accelerate. We need to make an effort to continue building this capital so that it can be bigger, so that it can have a real impact. So to conclude, dear friends, let's be concrete. I have a couple of questions for you tonight. You are not yet a member? Please think, could I join? Is your national scout organization already a member? If not, could you take the decision to join? What about the company that you work for? Maybe they would like to support young people in Africa. Many of you are already members, but I have a question for you too. Could you upgrade to the next level? Upgrading is great. I warmly recommend the feeling. I joined at the beginning as bronze level, and over the years I've continued to donate, and then step by step you can upgrade to the next level. I will continue to do that. I'm saying that because you shouldn't be impressed by the big amounts of money. Everybody should start at their own suitable level and then continue donating at their own pace. And then people ask me, but how do I know what is a suitable level to start? And my own view is this: make a donation amount that fits your personal financial situation. Don't give more than you can afford, but still make a donation that feels meaningful to you. The right amount is when you feel that you have made a contribution or an effort for a good cause. So the amount is not important. The important thing is to participate. On the conference website there is a donate button. It has never been easier to donate. Choose the right amount that feels like the good one for you, any amount, but please choose one amount and join. I want to wish a lot of success to the Africa Scout Foundation in this new period and to the Scouting of Africa. Thank you very much.
And thank you so much, Henrik, for that inspirational speech. Henrik passed many seas just to be in this meeting of the foundation. So to appreciate Henrik, we'll give him 3 ocean waves. And one wave goes like this. Ow! Sure. Okay, let's give Henrik the first wave. Ow! The second wave. The third and the biggest wave. So ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to talk about money. But not just money. This is the time you collect very precious scouting items. These items have been donated by friends of the foundation just to help in raising funds for the foundation. So the thing that should not be far from you now is your wallet. I'll just give you a few seconds to reach out to your wallet. And it is free for all. It is free, and it will be obvious. We have enough light, so the highest bidder will be taking any of these items. I hear that the original paint that was used for this portrait must have come somewhere close to Brownsea Island. So even the paint that was used for this particular portrait of our founder is a special paint. It will remind you about what it means to create a better world. In fact, when you hang this on your wall, you'll be feeling you are so close to Brownsea Island. So, who wants this portrait? Who would like this portrait? Before I give you the offer price, who would like? I see a hand. Someone wants the portrait. Who else wants the portrait? Only one person. So the portrait is offered from $50. So you can be competing with the different amounts. $50. Anyone with another figure? So there's $50 there. Do you have another figure? Do I hear 60? 60? Where am I hearing 60? It's still 50. We have just started. Why are you? Yes? 60 at the back. 60 at the back. 70. 70. 70 going once. Yes. You should not give up at this point. BP portrait, 70 going once. Do you have another figure? So there's 60. Do you want to add? You want to add something? 70? 70 going once, 70 going, and you see the beauty of this auction is that everyone gets it. So even that 60 will come to you to so that you add the 10 quietly. So 70 going once, 70 going twice, 70. So you get free money, adds $10. So it's also coming your way. You can get the 60 plus 10. We still have 2 more portraits. Anyone else who wants the portrait? We have 2 more remaining. The BP portrait, 2 more remaining. Do I see a hand anywhere? Okay. This fabric